Well, Dave Clement, in your triple capacity as manager, player and general factotum of the side, what satisfaction do you get out of this result today?
Well, it was a draw, which really sometimes isn't very satisfactory, but I think the crowd were reasonably satisfied. England come out, I think you must give Don Reevy full marks for motivation. I expected that they would be a little bit complacent because they sometimes have a superiority, a bit of an advantage over us. But they came out and they were doing all the hustling instead of ourselves the first half. I think the first half belonged to them a little bit, maybe on points.
Second half, I thought you came very much more into it with a very flashy start to the second half, too.
Well, you know, we had to shake ourselves a little bit at half-time because what we were doing wasn't what we should be doing. We weren't working hard enough. We weren't fighting hard enough for the ball. And I think at half-time we just looked on it to start the game again. It was 0-0. We've got to start over again. And we made the start in the second half that I wanted right at the beginning, you know.
Yeah. Well, you certainly had England very worried in the early stages of the second half. Both Spence and McIlroy might just have pinched a goal for you at that time.
Well, this is the luck of the draw, you know. If we'd got one, it would have been nice. I think it would have calmed us down a little bit and let us get out and get camped down in their half, maybe, you know.
What sort of future do you think this boy Spence is going to have in football now that he's been shown so well?
Well, that's two. He's done very well. He's satisfied me very well. This is very stiff opposition. Colin Todd, Dave Watson are very good competitors. Sammy McIlroy and himself, Derek Spence, took a lot of weight off us. And as you say, each of them might have stolen a goal, but we just have to be satisfied with what we got.
Fine, Dave. Thank you very much indeed.
Right, you.
Well, Don, looking back on this 0-0 draw, did you get any real satisfaction from it at all, or was it sadness for you?
No, I thought the first half we played much better than we played in Cyprus, and apart from the one chance that Spence had on the far post, I thought we played particularly well. We were winning the ball on the tackle and transferring the play well. We had one or two chances. Kevin Keegan hit the post and with the back header, and then it was hammered in, and it hit one of their
Jackson,
defenders.
Was it Jackson?
It hit Jackson and went into Pat Jennings' hands. And then second half they had a couple of chances and we fell away a bit and they started to get stronger, got the crowd behind them. But they're always difficult games in Ireland for any team.
Yeah, I felt myself that your own attack didn't really live up to its reputation, individually or collectively.
Well, I don't know. We've been experimenting a little bit,
yeah.
And as I've said before, there's no divine right that when we put white shirts on that we can go out and play as we want to. Everybody wants to beat England, and they make it difficult for us to play. But these are things we've got to overcome. But I wish people wouldn't think that England can just go out and score goals and play as how we want to play, and nobody else on the park.
Yeah.
Ireland have good players, Wales have good players, and Scotland.
You swapped Shannon for McDonald after an hour. What were you hoping for Shannon to achieve that Mac hadn't been able to do?
Well, I was hoping that Mick Shannon would come on fresh because McDonald done a lot of running, and he would make these little diagonal runs and take people on the flanks and get wide. It just didn't quite work out, but that's why I did it.
Yeah. You've got Wales next now. Are you contemplating any further changes in the England side?
I may do. I may try 2 or 3 more players to have a look. I haven't played the same side twice in 6 games. I've tried to look at as many players as possible in view of the fact that I would like, if possible, to have about 22 players in about 6 months' time ready to keep together.
Right on. Thanks very much.
Pleasure.
Well, Derek, you're very much a new face to us in international football. What's your background?
Well, I've been in England 5 years. I've had 2.5 years with Oldham, 2.5 years with Bury, you know, so served me apprenticeship.
Quite. You've really jumped into the international scene. A fine game against Yugoslavia, and certainly you played very well here again today. Although I don't think you thought that you were as good today as you were against Yugoslavia.
Well, this is it, you know. I thought I had a better game against Yugoslavia. A few times trying to be a bit too clever today, you know.
You might have had the winning of it twice there, particularly that one in the first half. Tell us about that one, the one that you knocked past the far post. That must have killed you.
Yeah, I thought maybe it had gone in off somebody. I controlled it well, I hit it well, and you know, there was a ruck of players. I thought it would have went in off somebody. You know, somebody just got a toe end it would have been in.
And it was exciting to sit up here and watch you in the second half when you ran, what, from the halfway line straight at them. Did you run out of legs at the end of that?
I did. I was absolutely shattered, but if I'd have just got past that last man, it would have been a goal, I think, you know.
What's it feel like to come up from the third division and against all these first division stars in the England side?
You feel a bit inferior, you know, really. You know, they don't know me, they've never heard of me, you know, so I've got to sort of prove to players who I'm playing against that, you know, I can do it as much as them, you know. There's some good players in the third division.
Yeah.
So
it's back to the third division after the internationals, but you've got your eyes set on what in the future?
Playing some more games for Ireland, I think. And you've got to be ambitious, you know, too. I like first division football.
Sure.
But I mean, I'd like it with Bury if I can.
Fine. Well, we wish you the best of luck, Derek. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot, then.